So this video is about the tracing in our sequence. So the tracing that we do in our sequence in the Juneau hoop class is, so we come around from a hinge and we trace down, up, down, the side, linearly across the other side, and go into our other moves. So tracing is when one hand is tight around the hoop, and so it's not moving at all. The other hand is loose around the hoop. And one thing to keep in mind is that as you're tracing, so tracing with this hand's coming down, you want to make sure that your hands are staying, like if the hoop is going up and down, that your hands are horizontally level with each other. So, you wouldn't want to be going like this out, that's not as clean as a nice, that nice horizontal line that stays. Same with going vertically, and you're coming out this way and going across the other way. Notice that my hands are staying vertically in line from each other wherever they are across the hoop. All right, so the top and bottom people seem to have an easier time with than the side to side. So it started from here. To trace down, you kind of push down with your right hand as you're coming, kind of pushing down like this. So you can almost make the path of the hoop without your tracing hand. So from here, tracing down, and then lifting the hoop, so kind of pulling the hoop, or pulling your hand kind of back out to the side and under. So here you end up pinky to pinky. And then again, tracing back down, like that. I think the harder part for people is going out to the side. So when we're going out to the side, we're coming from kind of down here from the floor, kind of in this little curve out to the side, and then before we go straight across. So here, if I just concentrate on what my tight hand is doing, in this case it's my right hand, someone in the class noticed that your tight hand is the one that's in the direction that your hoop is going. So when I'm going out to the right hand, or the right side, my right hand is tight as it goes across, and then when I go to the left, the bottom hand that was just tight, in this case my right hand, is now the one that's tracing across. So that might be a little memory device for you. So you can start with just kind of getting the motion of the hoop with your tight hand. So your wrist is going to be, or your hand is going to be twisting, so you start with this palm down, and your hand is twisting, your wrist is twisting, and you end up with your palm out. So just all the way from palm down, up, over, and out. So then when you add your tracing hand in, so your thumb to thumb here, most of the action is occurring in your right hand, kind of pulling it, and pretty quickly you want to kind of rotate your hands out here. Otherwise it's coming up and out rather than kind of over immediately. So when it comes up and out, your hands aren't really in this nice vertically matched position. And you could even start with rotating your hands that way to begin with, and then bringing the hoop out to the side. I hope that makes sense. So from this position, my pinkies are together, my palms are kind of more or less facing the back, facing me. And then now my bottom hand is tracing. This hand, so let me just do what the tight hand is doing, it comes up. By the time the hoop is center, my hands will be at 12 and 6, and over. So you can practice this motion and kind of bring it, imagine that there's a table, and so if you just were to if you were just to rotate your hoop like this, your hoop is not staying in the straight line. So in order for the bottom to not kind of break where that table would be, you have to lift your hand up as it's going across your body, and then goes back down to the level as it goes to the other side, palm facing outward. So we come out to the side, and with this, my right hand was tight, the one on the bottom was tight going out to the side. Now, pinky to pinky, the bottom is going to be the loose tracing hand as this hand lifts up, and you almost don't even really have to, other than moving this hand a little bit across, most of the action is happening in this top hand. And then once it gets up to here it's kind of a pulling motion, and then from this point it's kind of a pushing motion as it goes out, and here you're thumb to thumb with your palms facing back. All right, and from there, then you hinge. So again, in our sequence, we come around from here, trace down, my left hand is loose, my left hand being this one, going up, and without a ceiling here, I kind of raise my hands all the way up. I'm a little limited by that. And then back down, then out to the side, and I'm gonna trace like this to show you how much it really is not doing anything. Now this is my tracing hand. And see how it's kind of, here you can see that it's level across as I come to meet on the other side. I hope that helps. Sometimes it takes, me being there, moving your hands in the way and in the direction that that they need to go and the placement that they need to be. So we can work on that more next class, but hopefully this will get you a little bit closer.